Recently I watched a video of Canadians answering questions about Canada, specifically Canadian history. I enjoyed it because it was cool to see people answering questions about the country, but also it was good for me to learn some things about Canadian history, also answer some of the questions and test my own knowledge. And I found another one of these. It's called the Canada Day Quiz, and this is the geography edition, so thought I'd check this out to learn as well, try and see if I know the answer to any of the questions, and yeah, just to see what people think who are watching it as well. Like, you can tell me at home if you know the answer to these, if there's any you don't know the answer to or anything like that. But yeah, let's just learn more about, this time, Canadian geography.
Canada's national motto is Amare usque ad mare, which is Latin for from sea to sea. And in between those two seas is a country we call Canada. But how much do the people that live here actually know about the Great White North? We're going to find out in this edition of the Canadian Quiz. Our category today is Canadian Geography, which actually happened to be my homeroom in grade 9. Hi, Mr. Kaprowski. 10 random contestants, 5 questions each. Let's see how they do. So I'm going to start you off easy. First question, Canada is currently made up of how many provinces and territories?
Okay, this one, how many provinces and territories, is something I've actually thought about a lot. Sometimes I'm like in the shower, I was trying to name all the provinces in my head. I believe there's 10 provinces, 3 territories, and I'm going to actually try and name them. This could be embarrassing. British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, Ontario, Quebec, Nova Scotia, Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, and New Brunswick. And then the territories, Northwest Territory, I can't remember the order of Yukon. I think Nunavut and Yukon. If I'm pretty sure that's all the names. The order might not be right, but I think that was right. Tell me if that's right, in your opinion.
Can I count them?
You can count them if you like, yeah.
Ontario, Quebec, Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba. I'm just gonna.
Did I miss any out? Did I miss Quebec or Manitoba?
2 territories?
10 and 3.
No!
Yeah.
3 territories,
Yeah.
and then 8 provinces.
8 or 9?
10 and 3.
Correct. Very good. You'd be surprised how hard that is for some people. What is the
Is that not commonly known in Canada? I'm actually quite impressed that I was able to know all of them, but that's only because I watched so many videos about Canadian geography. It's kind of just in there, and as I said, I don't know why I sometimes use it as like a little brain exercise to see if I can name all of the provinces and territories just while I'm like about my house and stuff like that, which is quite funny. So this one, what is the capital of Alberta? I don't know the capital. I know the 2 main cities in Alberta. Calgary, got like the Calgary Stampede, and Edmonton, like the Edmonton Oilers. So again, those things are like what Alberta's known for, like that more like, not cowboy, but like all the beef and like that. Yeah, maybe a more cowboy lifestyle, the rodeo and things like that, but also the oil. The capital of Alberta, I guess, is just one of those 2. Maybe something else. I don't actually know the specific capital, but that's not something I've actually thought about too much about. Is the capital of the provinces.
capital of
Again, if I had to guess, like either Calgary or Edmonton, I guess that's the
Alberta?
easy ones to choose from.
Is it Calgary?
What is the capital of Alberta?
Calgary. Is it Edmonton? It's Edmonton? Oh, great. Well, I got that wrong.
Close
I
Edmonton.
was gonna say, is Manitoba a province? It is, right? Yeah. I have no idea.
It's Edmonton.
Okay.
And
I feel
Manitoba,
like I've
yeah.
done that at one point in my life. but-
Manitoba is a province.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Joe, what is the capital of Alberta?
Edmonton.
That is correct. Very good. A lot of people think it's Calgary, but it is indeed Edmonton. Calgary is famous for what weather phenomenon that can rapidly raise temperatures in mere minutes.
Okay, this one I actually have no idea. I couldn't even take like an educated guess. What is some? A weather phenomenon that can rapidly raise temperature in mere minutes. I'm not really that knowledgeable when it comes to like weather phenomenon and things like that, but yeah, so I couldn't even make a guess at that one, honestly. Sorry.
Eden.
Raise temperatures. Tornado.
And their famous tornadoes.
Heat waves?
A windstorm.
Northwest winds.
Calgary is famous for what weather phenomenon that can rapidly... That's Chinooks is correct. Very good. Fourth
Chinooks?
question. There are
Okay.
5 Great Lakes. Can you name them for me?
Oh no, man! This one I should have an idea because I watched a few or maybe 1 or 2 videos on the Great Lakes. Let me just get this while I'm not thinking too much. Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario, Lake Huron or something like that. I think it is. I can't remember that one. What Huron? Huron? I think the other one. Okay, this the fifth one, or maybe I can't say the fifth, but the other one that I've not got, I actually don't really have any. I can't remember that at all, man. Sorry, that's quite poor from me.
Lake Superior, Lake Michigan, Lake Ontario. Man, this is tough. You guys are tough.
Erie. Ontario.
I don't. That wouldn't even have come to my head if I'd sat there for another 20 minutes. Actually, I can't actually remember what she even just said. Was Erie?
Erie.
Okay, I need to remember that if I'm ever asked that again. Lake Erie.
Ontario. Huron.
Huron.
Oh,
Did I say Huron?
man. Superior. I want to say Michigan.
Michigan.
Yes!
That's correct. And you know what? It was only the American one you were forgetting, so who cares, right?
Huron, Ontario, Erie, Superior, and there's one that starts with a U or an R. It's an acronym. It's house or horse.
Fifth one, it's the one in the U.S. It's Michigan.
Michigan. So it was Holmes. That was the acronym.
You spelt hose.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
we know where your mind's at. What is the longest river in Canada?
Oh. Oh no. Is it the St. Lawrence River? That's it. I feel like that's the only one I know. I know the Rideau Canal from watching that video about how they built like a specific river or canal. It was like a very great engineering marvel, and it was something to do with like not being invaded through the St. Lawrence River or something like that. I guess the St. Lawrence River, I think that's the river that comes in from the east coast that goes through, I feel like, maybe like Ontario. Would it be like maybe some Quebec possibly? Is it Ontario? Is it? Yeah, I feel like it's around about that. I think that's the name of it. What did I just say? St. Lawrence River, I think.
The longest river. The Hudson?
Is that not in New York?
I don't think I even know any river.
Can't name a river in Canada.
The St. Lawrence River. The St.
Oh.
Lawrence?
St. Lawrence, I guess.
And finally, Joe, I'll tell you right now, no one has gotten this question right. What is the longest river in Canada, though?
I'm gonna try Mackenzie.
That's correct. You're the only person that got that correct, Joe. Congratulations, my man. We interviewed 10 people,
I've
one
never
for
heard of
every
that.
province, and out of those 10 people, only 7 of them knew that there were 10 provinces and 3 territories, and that was the high score in our quiz today. 6 people knew that Edmonton is the capital of Alberta. Along with that, only 2 people had ever heard of a Chinook wind. I guess Calgary's
not heard of
not
that,
so
actually.
famous for it. 5 people could name the 5 Great Lakes, kind of like one for every lake. And finally, the longest river in Canada is the Mackenzie, and only 2 people knew that. One of
Mackenzie River. Okay, I guess I learned that today. St. Lawrence River. I think it's the only river I've heard of. I know there's a lot of like waterways and rivers and lakes and things in Canada, but Mackenzie River is the biggest river in Canada. So tell me if you knew all of these. These, like, would you say these are easy questions or not? I feel like quite happy that I've got some. I guess the questions that have come up have been quite good because they've been related to some videos I've watched before. So I guess if I hadn't watched all these videos, I probably have no idea. So I feel a bit more, I feel quite prepared. I haven't watched so many videos about different things, geography and history and different things about Canada. So that's quite cool. Yeah, interested to know about the river in Lake Erie. Now I need to remember that Lake Erie is the other lake, Great Lake that I don't know. So tell me what you think about these. Thanks.